everyone, in this tutorial you will create the model shown in figure here. Its dimensions are shown in figure here. The extrusion thickness for the model is 10 mm. After extrusion, you will apply still material to the model. Starting a new file and creating the sketch of the model. Choose the new design option from the file menu to create new design. Click here and then choose new design option from the file menu. Choose the create sketch tool from the create panel of the design workspace. The three default planes are displayed in the graphics window. Choose the create sketch tool. Now you can see that the three default planes are displayed in the graphics window. Choose the top plane from the graphics window. Alternatively, you can select the plane from the browser bar. Select the XY plane under the origin node from the browser bar. The selected plane gets oriented normal to the view. Choose a top plane. Now you can see that the selected plane gets oriented normal to the view. Draw the sketch consisting of 3 circles and 4 tangent lines. Here you can see that first of all you have to create outer loop of the sketch, which is combination of 3 circles and 4 tangent lines. Click on the create panel, then choose circle, center diameter circle. Now click on the origin and make a center circle. Next, create 2 circles on the both sides of the center circle. Next, create 4 tangent lines. So you have to switch to line tool and create 4 tangent lines. Right click here and then choose OK from the marking menu. Apply the equal constraint to all 4 lines as well as on the circles on the left and right sides. Also add the tangent constraint to the lines wherever missing. Choose the equal constraint tool from the constraints panel. Then select all 4 lines to apply the equal constraint. Now select circles on the left and right sides to apply the equal constraint. Now you have to apply the tangent constraint to the lines wherever missing. Choose the tangent constraint from the constraint panel to apply the tangent constraint. Now here message appears that constraint has already been applied to the selected sketch object. Now you can see that equal constraint gets applied to the selected entities and also tangent constraint gets applied to the lines wherever missing. Note that if the coincident constraint automatically gets applied while drawing the sketch, then one of the tangent constant will not be applied. Finally, apply the horizontal constraint one by one to the center of the both side circles with respect to the center of the middle circle. Choose the horizontal or vertical constraint from the constraint panel. Then select the center point of the left circle. Then center point of the center circle to apply the horizontal constraint. Again, you have to select the center point of the right side of the circle and then center point of the center circle to apply the horizontal constraint. Choose the trim tool from the modify panel. You are prompted to select the section of the curves to be trimmed. Choose the trim tool. Move the cursor close to the right half of the left circle. Move the cursor here. Select the right half of the left circle. The right half of this circle is trimmed. Select this portion of the left circle. The selected portion gets trimmed and warning is displaying here that constraint and or dimension were removed during operation. Similarly, select portion of the other circle to trim. On doing so, a warning is displayed stating that constraint and or dimension were removed during the operation. Similarly, select portion of the other circles to trim. Warning is displaying here that constraint and or dimension were removed during the operation. Now right click here, then choose OK from the marking menu to exit from the trim tool. Draw 3 circles concentric to the 3 trimmed arcs and add the equal constraints between the left and right circles. Click here, then choose circle, center diameter circle, and then create 3 circles concentric to the trimmed arc. Now right click here, then choose OK from the marking menu to exit from the circle tool. Next you have to add equal constraint between the left and right circles. Choose equal constraint from the constraint panel, then select left circle, now right circle to apply the equal constraint between them. Dimensioning the sketch. Using the sketch dimension tool, dimension the sketch. Note that if the sketch is not getting fully defined, then you need to apply more constraint which were removed during the trim operation. Choose the sketch dimension tool from the create panel and then dimension the sketch as shown in figure here. Choose the center point of left circle, then center point of the right circle, then place the dimension here and enter 50 in the dimension edit box. Now select this arc and place the dimension here and enter 5 in the dimension edit box. Next, select this arc and place the dimension here, then enter 10 in the dimension edit box. Now you have to select this circle and place the dimension here and enter 15 in the dimension edit box. Now select this circle and place the dimension here and enter 7 in the dimension edit box. Now you can see that your sketch gets fully defined after applying all the required constraints and dimensions. Extruding the sketch. Choose the extrude tool from the create panel of the solid tab. In the ribbon, the extrude dialog box is displayed with the profile plane option selected in the start drop-down list. Also, you are prompted to select the profile or planar face to extrude the sketch. Before extruding the sketch, you have to choose the finish sketch button from the ribbon. Now click on the extrude tool in the create panel. The extrude dialog box is displayed here. Move the cursor anywhere inside the outer loop but outside all three circles and click on the profile. The profile is selected and highlighted in blue color. Move inside the outer loop but outside the all three circles and then click here. Make sure that distance option is selected in the extent type drop-down list of the extrude dialog box. Make sure that in the extent type drop-down list, distance option should be selected. Enter 10 in the distance edit box. The sketch gets converted into a solid feature and a preview is displayed in the graphics window. Enter 10 in the distance edit box. Choose the OK button from the extrude dialog box. Now click on the OK button. Click on the home button to get the isometric view of the model. Assigning materials to the model. Expand the bodies node in the browser bar and right click on the body 1 subnode. A shortcut menu is displayed. Expand the bodies node. Then right click here. Choose the physical material option from the shortcut menu. The physical material dialog box is displayed. Choose the physical material option from here. Physical material dialog box is displayed. Expand the metal folder. A list of metal is displayed. Expand the metal folder. Select steel from the displayed list and drag and drop it on the model. The metal is applied to the model. Next, you have to select steel from this list and then drag and drop it on the model. The metal is applied to the model. Choose the close button from this dialog box to exit from the dialog box. Click on the close button. Determining the mass properties of the model. After assigning the material to the model, you need to calculate the mass properties of the model. Expand the bodies node again and right click on the body 1 subnode. A shortcut menu is displayed. Bodies node is already expanded here. So just right click on the body 1. Choose the properties option from the shortcut menu. The properties dialog box is displayed. This dialog box displays the physical properties of the model. Choose the properties option from here. Properties dialog box is displayed here. With the help of this dialog box, you can determine the mask properties of the model. Choose the OK button to close the properties dialog box. Saving the model. Next, you need to save the model. Choose the Save option from the File menu or the Application menu. The Save dialog box is displayed. Click here and then choose Save option from the File menu. Enter C04 TUT01 in the name edit box. Enter C04 TUT01 in the name edit box. Click on the down arrow on the extreme right side of location selection box. The Save dialog box gets expanded. Click here. Select CADSIM from the project column, or you can create a new project by selecting the New Project button from the Save dialog box. Select the CADSIM project from the project column, or you can create new project by clicking on the New Project button. Choose the Save button to save the model and exit the Save dialog box. Click on the Save button. Now your model gets saved. Thank you for watching this video.